Cascada Cafeteiro in Popayan, Colombia. With these videos, I'm doing what I can for the evolution of human consciousness, and I would appreciate your help to disseminate this important information. Please subscribe and receive the latest videos. Thank you. I was finally able to leave Canada after my extreme challenge, which lasted 3 years, from December 2011 to January 2015. I welcome those who are interested in my extreme story to contact me directly at divineinfinitelove8@gmail.com. I am happy to share my story on a personal contact level. From Ghis and France, my consciousness teachers, I heard of Milena, a Colombian woman educated in French in Bogotá, Colombia. Colombia was never on my travel list. I believe that because Colombia had this narco trafficking reputation for so many years, I simply was never interested in Colombia, period. I decided that I needed to go somewhere in Latin America to live for a few months, surrounded by the Spanish language, in order to learn the language. At the age of 50, it is not easy to learn another language. My husband Lee, an American, still does not speak Spanish, even though we have been living in Spanish-speaking countries for 5 years now. Learning a new language becomes more and more difficult as time goes on, and this is clearly the main reason most people shy away from moving out of their English-speaking native country. Spanish is my fourth language. I was born into a Ukrainian family and spoke only Ukrainian for the first 6 years of my life. I started first grade in French because we lived in Montreal, Quebec, and French is the primary language in the province of Quebec, Canada. I was transferred to an English secondary in order to learn English. These 3 languages I learned in the first 12 years of my life, and it just came naturally. Language learning is natural and easy in the early years. As time goes on, language learning becomes very challenging, and many people simply cannot deal with this challenge. After 3 years of my extreme challenging life between January 2012 and January 2015, I knew I had to leave Canada for good if I wanted to live in liberty and not in complete slavery for the rest of my life. I contacted Milena, the Colombian woman, because she spoke perfect French, and I felt comfortable about going to a Spanish-speaking country because I would have this French contact. My life in contact with Milena turned out to be quite an adventure. I have not been in any contact with Milena for more than 2 years now, even though she left Villa de Leyva with her 9-year-old mother to live with us at the farm in Popayan, 1 year after we came to Popayan. Unfortunately, egos got in the way, and even though Milena was conscious of many things because she read all the Personocratia's booklets and all of Dr. Ghislaine Maltou's books, she was not able to integrate this information because she never followed Personocratia's workshops. I lived with Milena and her 87-year-old mother at the time for 2 weeks, and then she kicked me out. I was very uncomfortable with leaving my French security blanket, but I had no choice. Milena lived 5 kilometers out of Villa de Leyva, and I managed to find a room in Villa de Leyva with 2 ladies that worked in a French bakery. I basically had the house to myself all the time because of the long working hours they had. Milena lent me her bicycle because I felt I needed her to translate my book, True Freedom is Inside, from English to French. I traveled 5 kilometers to her home to work on the translation for 2 hours, and then I would bike all over the outskirts of Villa de Leyva with Paquita and Paquito, Milena's 2 dogs. I did this for almost 3 months, paying Milena a lot of money because I did not realize that in Colombia the cost of living is extremely low and wages are therefore also extremely low. I also finally realized that I was the one doing the translation from English to French, and she was only correcting my grammar and sentence structure because she did not speak English. The second half of my book I translated myself, and yet to this day I'm still waiting to have it edited by my friend Nicole because it has not been a priority and therefore it's still not done. I did not publish my book or any of the 6 booklets that I wrote later on because I have no money to do so. My ego made me believe that I was going to sell my book and booklets and make enough money to live on, but that was only another ego lie. My book and booklets are available as ebooks, but there is absolutely no interest in them. I realize today that my soul guided me to write booklets and the book for a reason that I still do not understand. Today, I'm starting to use some of the material in the booklets to do my videos. Villa de Leyva is amazing. I explored all the beautiful places outside of Villa de Leyva with the 2 dogs. I believe we would live there, but the divine had other plans for us. I even found an ashram of Sri Aurobindo in Villa de Leyva and visited it with my friend Nicole when she came to visit us. In this picture, you can see the mother's eyes on the main building. On one of my bike trips with the dogs, we went to this area with this extreme narrow path overlooking the deep valley on either side. Paquita was so scared she did not want to follow Paquito and me onto the other side. Interestingly, staying alone must have been even scarier because after a certain while, Paquita found the courage to cross over and join us. This fear event was very interesting to observe. I will continue my story in future videos. I was blessed with time and created this new life outside of the totalitarian control system, and I wish to be part of creating self-sustainable small communities. I do not have answers for what you need to do, but I wish to share in whatever way I can. If you have any suggestions, please contact me. My contact information is below. The coronavirus pandemic is a psychological force that's being used to enslave humanity completely at every possible level through technocracy. Will you choose not to participate or simply acquiesce to total slavery? There is no government solution. We must first remember who we are and then understand what we're doing here on Earth specifically right now. Please hit the like button, share this information, and join us in this adventure. Assistance with farmland purchases in Colombia and Ecuador. Spanish lessons. Long-term stay at Colombian farm, 120 USD per week, 420 USD per month. Truth Consciousness Workshop at Cascada Café Retiro in English, Spanish, and French. Dental treatment of high quality in Colombia and migraine treatment with NTI dental appliance. Infinite love.